Hello my friends, good morning to you. I hope everybody's having a great morning. So living here in East Texas, during the winter and even some during the summer, power loss. Power loss has been a problem. And you saw, if you did see, my little 3-part winter storm videos, that it's a struggle. I've got some little 4,000 watt generators and one 6,700 watt generator that's fairly new. But the 4,000 watts, they're not what they used to be. They don't have the power needs that I need. Basically, they're just not enough. They've got age on them. It's time for an upgrade. So I've upgraded. So here we are. 2 Westinghouse 10,000 watt, 7,600 watt runtime or running wattage generators. And the thing that oh nice, a car. The thing that's really nice about these is this one has a 50 amp RV plug, and that's the whole key right here. And it's actually 50 amps. There are a lot of generators out there with 50 amp plug places, but they do not put out 50 amps of power. Some of them put out only 30 amps of power. Some put out 37.5 amps of power. I wanted 50, flat 50. I want every watt that I pay for. I'm getting all the watts I'm paying for. And I've done some other things to make this a complete system. And I'll show you what I'm doing. But first, let's unbox these bad boys, because I do have to get them out, get them set up and ready to run. And they need to run for a little bit for their break-in oil. Let's do it. Ta-da! Huh. Oil. Nice. Wheels. I'm too old. I'm never buying a generator without wheels again. Wire kit. That's interesting. Huh. I've needed one of those so many times. This thing actually comes with its own battery charger. You can plug it in when it's not used to keep the battery hot. Well, there we are. That was easy. This generator weighs 147 pounds empty. It is quite weighty. Oh yeah, 50 amp cordage. Twist lock. And 4 110 plugs. It even comes with a remote start. How about that? Really nice. So I'm going to work on this for a little bit and get the wheel kit on it, and we'll come back. All right. I've got the wheels on it. I've got oil in it. I got the battery hooked up. I put some gas in the gas tank, which this thing holds 5.3 gallons of gas. And it says it runs at half load for about 7 hours. So while not ideal, I've got plenty of power. So let's try to start this thing. Let's see what happens. How loud's it going to be? Battery's hooked up correctly. I guess he just... One thing I forgot. I bet you the fuel switch is off. Let's see. Off. It's hiding. See if I have it. There it is. I bet you it'll be happier now. Oh, there's a choke. I don't know. We're just going to leave that off. That is not horrible. Pretty quiet, really, for that size generator. For that size generator, that is pretty nice. It is an inverter generator too, so that helps. All right, I guess I'll unbox the other one. So over here at the back side of my house, and I had a few things done. I've got generator plugs installed. Also had a 50 amp RV plug installed. But this is a, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Had this interlock installed. And I'm not turning this off because my wife's cooking right now. And if I did, she'd come out here and brain me. But I just wanted to show you this first. You have to turn off the breaker. That allows this little panel right here to slide up. And then you can turn on the generator breakers. So, pretty handy. Now I've got some more spots if I want to put something else outside. Also upgraded the wiring into the house. This house is 50-ish years old, and the wire was just barely adequate for it in 1971. And he said it was kind of getting a little crisp. So we upgraded that too. Just some new modern wiring. Now we're going to go look at the other one. So don't judge me. My shop is a wreck. So I have my other plug here. I wanted one for my shop as well because it has the swimming pool on it. I have an aerobic septic system. I've got a deep freeze and a refrigerator out here. So I wanted to show you the other one first before I showed you this one. You notice I don't have a plate. Well, the issue is this indent, and it's not centered. It's off center. And the plate wouldn't fit. You can see where he put some holes. He tried to make it fit. The electrician. And I'm not going to say his name because he left this a lot on the illegal side. But he did promise he was going to come out here and fix it. I promised him I would not electrocute any power workers in case of this. Has to go off first. Has to. Then you can turn on the generator breaker. But if you leave this on and you got your generator plugged up, you're back feeding through the main power lines. And if there's a worker working on the power lines, you'll electrocute him by leaving that on. So I don't know what you've got, if you got anything, but just that's super important. Don't electrocute your electrical workers. That's not cool. Those are pretty as a picture to me. Definitely. So now we need to break these generators in. And you're supposed to break them in, run them with no more than 50% power, and it needs to vary. So I'm going to plug one of them at a time into my shop. So let's do that. Oh, and when I had the interlocks put in, The whole process came with these nice 50 amp cords. Things are super duper expensive. I'm sure I was overcharged through the nose for them. I didn't realize it was going to come with the cabling. But anyway, I got cabling. So I'm going to set this one up and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up, but I'm going to leave the breakers off because I got to go change that around. So, but I am going to go ahead and let the generator warm up. So there it is. Now, generator just kicked down. It's also got an eco mode, so if it's not pulling all the power at once, it'll throttle it down. That way you're not burning as much fuel. I like that. So far, I like everything about that generator. So that last winter storm, it got down, I think it was 8-9 degrees here. Problem is the pool, if the water's not running and it freezes, the entire filter and circulation system is just going to get wrecked. And if it's summer, we have beef and all kinds of things stored in the deep freeze, we would lose it all. So after doing that 2 or 3 times of dragging extension cords everywhere, which takes, my gosh, it takes an hour or two to get everything set up. Now it's one cord, I plug it into one arm into the house, one arm into the shop, good to go, ready for Armageddon. If you don't have something like this set up, I think you should. I think the power issues that we've been seeing all across the country, I think they're going to continue. And I think it's going to be a new way of life of struggling with brownouts and power loss. And I think these storms keep getting stronger and stronger. Florida just got whammed again, which is normal. You're going to get whammed by a hurricane, but they're just maintaining strength so far inland now. Remember, as a kid, it's like, yeah, hey, there's a hurricane, we might get a ½ inch of rain. Now it's like, oh my God, there's a hurricane, we're going to lose power for 2 weeks. It's crazy. But anyway, that's a big upgrade for us. So far, I can't highly recommend them enough. They do everything that I want them to do. So time will tell. But anyway, we'll see you next time, and I hope y'all have a great day.